Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I've got a really cute, simple thank you card for you. We're going to sketch this one up. Shortcut card sketch number 13 will be available on the blog today with this video and project sheet with instructions. All right, super simple, cute thank you card featuring the Humble Home Bundle. I am in love with this one for Christmas, yes, but also for all year round. You can bundle up the Humble Home with the Builder Punch and save 10%. Let's get started with this card. We're going to do a little bit different color combination so I can show off some of the other products that I used. I'm going to start with level A from our sketch, which will be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's a standard card base. I've got real red this time. I'm going to go ahead and fold this guy up, and then we're going to emboss the front of level A with the new plaid embossing folder. This one is amazing. I know it's out of stock right now, but it's coming back. It's one of those Wumbo embossing folders. I'm going to do the whole front of the card. You can, if you're uncomfortable doing the whole front of the card, you can absolutely cut a 4 by 5 1/4 inch real red panel or garden green, depending on which version you're doing. And you can emboss that panel and then lay it on the top. I'm going to, this Wumbo folder, I love this thing. I'm going to just lay this guy right inside the folder with the back of the card hanging out so that we can do edge to edge. But because it's plaid, I'm trying to be very careful that I keep my horizontal and vertical nice and straight. We can pop number 1, then we can put our folder on. The nice part about these big folders and doing the full front of the card, you're not going to scratch off your fold because it's at the short end of these folders. So you can do this technique, this whole front embossing, with a little bit more confidence, being that the fold is inside instead of on either edge. You still want to square it all up so you don't grate or wear your folder, and then run it through with the back of the card hanging out of the machine. And then you've got the full front embossed with plaid. I just love that look. All right, let's go ahead and get our designer series paper pieces. And on the sketch, these will be A, B, and C. We have 1 by 4, 3/4 by 4.5, and 1 1/4 by 3.5. I'm going to use my tailored tag punch and put little chicken lips at both ends of each of these strips. You could do this with your scissors or with a square punch or with one of those banner triple punches. You could use a different decorative end if you want. I'm using the Take a Bow Designer Series paper. It's just fun and festive, 6 by 6. Here's some of the other patterns. It's 3 double-sided designs. So 1, 2, 3 double-sided designs and 6 by 6. Just great festive colors for the holidays. I love this paper. It's probably one of my favorite paper packs in the new holiday catalog. The other thing we're using, and this is level E, we've got a little piece of the two-tone cardstock here. This is Granny Apple Green, and let me show you the dark side and the light side. They're both Granny Apple Green, but this is the full strength actual color, and then behind is the lighter shade. So we're just gonna fold over our corner there to show both shades. Let me show you this. I got this one from the holiday pack, and included is Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Pecan Pie, and Real Red. Very much the colors that you'd expect from Stampin' Up, right? And then on the back side of these is like a filtered version, kind of a lighter shade of the same color. I think kind of like Stampin' Blends, actually. You get the light and the dark, but they're the same color, just different shades. 12 by 12, and I'm loving this. This is in the new scrapbooking brochure. It's not a print publication. It's a PDF. I've printed mine off, and you'll be able to find this in the blog post. When you follow for project details, click here. They'll take you to the blog post and you'll be able to watch the video, download the project sheet, and download this brochure if you want to. Brand new product. That was the, let me show you which one. There's a few new packs here. That was the Reindeer Memories two-tone cardstock. There's Reindeer Memories, and there is Snow Day two-tone cardstock. That one will include Poppy Parade, Petal Pink, Garden Green, Pool Party, and Early Espresso with the two tones. The Pumpkin Pie, Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, Gorgeous Grape, Basic Black, and White Willow are included in the Halloween Memories two-tone cardstock pack. And lastly, we got a Autumn to Remember two-tone cardstock pack, and that's Petal Pink, Cajun Craze, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Early Espresso, and Pecan Pie. So if you're curious about getting some of this in your hands, marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Stampin' Up! Also released the Willow White in a 12-sheet pack, and released Garden Green, Pool Party, Real Red, and Basic Black in a 12-sheet pack. All 40 Stampin' Up! Colors will be available soon. All right, we've got our pieces for our sketch. Let's go ahead and get these glued down. I'm going to add just a touch of glue to hold that corner because we want to show both tones. Just one of the little things that you can do with this two-tone cardstock is show off some of that dimension, show off that product. Fold down a corner. If you use it as a card base, it'll be light on the inside, dark on the outside, and you could do that same and fold down the corner of the actual card. Would be pretty cute. There's tons of techniques that you can do with this printed two-tone cardstock. All right, let's get our paper strips on the card, and I want it to go about the span of our E level. So we're gonna do our liquid glue, but we're gonna just drop them down without burnishing, and then we'll do a little bit of arranging here so that we get the strips to go high-low like we like them. Make sure that they're go about the right width, and then when we're really happy with what we've got, we'll go ahead and burnish those down and adhere our two-tone cardstock layer. All right, I feel pretty good about that. Let's do some stamping. Set that aside and let it dry for a second. All right, Humble Home is photopolymer. So I got my Stampin' Pierce mats, and I'm going to bring in Versamark to start with here, and a scrap of Pecan Pie cardstock. I'm gonna stamp my little house on Pecan Pie and emboss it white to give it kind of that gingerbread look. So I'm gonna swipe with my buddy. That'll help keep the white powder from kind of sprinkling all over the place. Keep it a little neater. Ink my stamp. Oh, I always tell you guys this. When you're using a builder punch and stamp coordination, you want to take the punch and put it upside down right next to you in your workspace so that as you're stamping, you can orientate the stamp accordingly, so you can just get it into the punch without any gymnastics. You don't want to punch that. You don't want to have that so that the punch can't reach to get the image, or the image is sideways and you can't quite get it in the punch. So just putting your punch upside down right in your workspace there will help you to do easier punching when the time comes to punch it. All right, so I've got white embossing powder. I'm going to collect the rest of that on a little paper here. I like to put these in little plastic containers, but I've got a new white embossing powder and I don't have a container to put it in yet. So I just collect it up on a sheet of cardstock or paper, scrap paper, and put it right back in. All right, let's get this closed up before we have a craftastrophe. And then we're gonna heat with the heat tool to melt that embossing powder and give us that raised shiny image that probably got a lot of you addicted to stamping in the first place, right? So I got my heat tool here, crank it up and let it warm up, and then we'll heat. Now we've got our little frosted gingerbread house. Fast, easy, really cute. If you're looking for a holiday card this season and you want to make a lot of them quick, this is an easy and effective way to make a lot of holiday cards quick. And we will have a Stampa stack that we're going to release October 10th. I think we're going to release a Stampa stack, PDF Stampa stack for this Humble Home bundle. All right, let's give that just a second to cool off and firm up. Gonna do a scrap of basic white and bring my Stampin' Pierce matte back in here. Got a little pine tree image and some garden green ink. The pine tree image is from Snowy Wonder. And I love all these little like wingman images, the mountains, the bigger tree and littler tree, the gifts and holly. Great little set for itself, but also to mix and match with others. The snowflakes, really good bundle. You can bundle it up with the Snowy Wonder dies. I'll be using those to cut out my little tree and save 10%. All right, little garden green tree. So our house doesn't stand alone. We'll let that dry for just a second, and let's bring in some early espresso ink and a die cut. I did this die cut ahead of time from Basic White. It looks like a dog tag, so I call it the dog tag. Or maybe in project sheets it'll be called the label tag. It's from the Greetings of the Season dies. I don't have a die chart for this one yet, you guys. I just wish there was two of me to get all the work done. But this is the Greetings of the Seasons dies. It's an amazing set of different tags. Everyone is different. There's nothing that's nested per se, but here's that little kind of dog tag shape label. Here's the rest of the set. Some long skinnies for greetings, some small oblong and oval. These are great for greetings too. Some bigger tags in all different shapes that are great for layers. It really is worth the price of admission for this die set. It's part of the Greetings of the Season bundle. If you don't like the Greetings of the Season stamp set, just grab the dies. They will be worth their weight of gold in your collection for a long time to come. All right, I've got thank you. I'm gonna stamp that with early espresso right on my tag here. And we'll set that aside. Let's get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut out our tree. All right, we're set up 1, 2, 3. Grab our tree and let's get that lined up. Give it a crank. Isn't that cute? It's a perfect little tree to put with our gingerbread house. I'll have a Stampa stack for the Snowy Wonder bundle also coming October 10th. All right, let's punch this guy out. So cute. Come on, go in there. Is that not just the best? I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's bring in our pecan pie, light pecan pie Stampin' Blend. And I'm just gonna quickly and lightly fill in. So we've got two-tone brown on our greeting here. I like the look of this. I don't think I'd mind a few more greetings like that where you can stamp them outline and then color them in. It's kind of fun, something different. Let's get the red and white baker's twine. This one's out, currently unavailable also, but it's coming back. I feel like striped baker's twine like this, I just can't get enough, especially in some basics like real red. Okay, got a cute little bow. Get some ribbons, scissors, and trim it away from the spool. And take off the excess. Gonna add my little house to my card with some liquid glue. Spoiler alert, this was the thank you card in your paper sampler. Your paper sampler has shipped if you're watching this on Friday, September 27th, I think, when we're going to release it. Your paper sampler shipped yesterday with the peppermints. We did get those. Tune into the live on Friday for the saga about that. I'm sure I'll share. Man, Tuesday, Wednesday were stressful days while I couldn't figure out what the post office did with $600 worth of peppermint stickers. Spoiler alert, they're fine. They made it here eventually. It just took 2 days of wondering where they were. All right, little dimensional on our tree. I'm gonna pop this tree up just a little bit higher than on our original sample. We left the tree down a little bit because we glued down the labels, and then I had to add the twine after it was all assembled because I was waiting for my twine to come in. I do have baker's twine, peppermints, the plaid embossing folder, and the pom-pom ribbon, which are all out of stock. But if you joined my paper sampler, you're getting all those products, and they left yesterday. So, all right, let's add some of these little peppermints to finish off this card. These are currently out of stock, but they're ETA to be replenished at the end of October, you guys. All right, let's put one of the bigger ones. If you are looking to make some of these cards for your holiday cards, maybe some Humble Home or Snowy Wonder cards, look out for a small inventory of Stamp-A-Stack packets. We've always done 3 holiday Stamp-A-Stacks in the past, and with Card Club going, it took me a little bit to decide, but I wanted to keep supporting you in your holiday card efforts. So we have 3 holiday Stamp-A-Stack card classes coming. They will be available as PDF and very limited number of actual packets. So if you're somebody who's used our help in the past with our series of 3 Christmas cards Stamp-A-Stack packets, you're going to want to watch for those on October 10th. We only have a very limited stock, and when they're gone, they're gone. So let me give you a quick sneak peek of those Stamp-A-Stacks. PDF will be available the 10th and limited number of packets. This is our Snowy Wonder Stamp-A-Stack. This is our Humble Home Stamp-A-Stack. And then we're going to have a Christmas version of More Than Autumn Stamp-A-Stack. So keep an eye out for those. They'll be first come, first serve, but we will be doing packets to help you with the holiday cards again this year. I know some of you were wondering and waiting, and especially with Card Club being new this year. All right, so that's our thank you card. Which version do you like? The real red and granny apple green, or the garden green and real red? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. If you need us, email staycrafty@kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.